I can't read. Welcome to this week's Kline May Showcase. Take two. The last time I did this, we had to do it several times. Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase.
It was one word, Bruce.
Oh, is that what it says? Yeah, I may even get that middle part right this time. Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I'm Bruce Bosselman. If you see a property that you like, give me or one of our offices a call. Thanks to our sponsors. Enjoy the show.
Bill and Lori, thanks again so much for just taking the time to share a little bit about your story. And as I was kind of getting ready for today, you know, it was fun to go back and reminisce about how we first met, and which actually wasn't, you know,
wasn't real estate related.
Wasn't real estate.
Right.
Yeah.
We met at a prayer breakfast, I believe, and then later on, we had a real estate need, and you were able to help us with that.
It worked out pretty well, and it was a really incredible house because it was an older home, but had a very modern kitchen, living room addition onto it.
Yeah, it was a unique property in a unique location, and when I say unique, you can substitute challenging, because it was 105 years old. We had remodeled the house in the 20 years that we had lived there extensively. We weren't expecting it to sell as quickly as it sold.
Of course, I was with a different company at that time, but it was 2016 when we did our first real estate deal together.
Right. And we quickly went from selling a home to having to buy a home.
Right.
In a very still at that time, it was a very challenging market. I think we entertained 3 different properties, if you recall. Got into kind of bidding wars on all 3. And got down to about 5 days of being homeless technically because of the closing of the house that we were selling, and weren't able to find a house in that short amount of time. And so you and your team assisted us in finding a home to lease for a few months.
Part of finding a home was Lori having some allergies and everything, so finding a home in Rockingham County, not next to a farm.
It was very hard in this area.
A little bit harder than you might imagine.
Yes.
But we even just found this one. And this house actually wasn't even on the market when we found it.
Yes. You certainly did a great job of mitigating the stresses of real estate transactions, but I would think you would say that we were almost a case study in difficult real estate transactions. and you sold our home very quickly. We got in the market very short time frame, needed to find a home, and then the home that we signed the lease on to rent, we ended up purchasing that home.
And you were able to help someone that has special circumstances be able to do it.
Right.
So that was very important.
And then I got the opportunity to work with your family again just last year with your daughter and her husband.
Yes. Paul, you know you're a trusted advisor to our family, not only to Lori and I, but when our daughter and her husband decided to get in the market and buy their first home, we asked them to at least chat with you, and we appreciate what you guided them through that process. We stood back, as you know, we didn't want to be hover parents, so we stood back, but we knew they were in good hands in your leadership there.
And that's just, to me, that's the best compliment ever, is, you know, when someone trusts me with another member of their family, and so I really appreciate that.
You're stuck with us for life, Paul, I hope.
Hey, it's not being stuck, it's a privilege. I wouldn't have it any other way, so thank y'all so much.
Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, DuPont Community Credit Union has mortgage options to fit your life. With fixed and adjustable rate options that offer low down payments, DCCU's team of local mortgage advisors will advise you on the best mortgage option and guide you through the lending process, from pre-approval to making memories in your new home. Start your home buying journey today at mydccu.com.
Good morning, guys. I'm Dee Dee Sensendiver with Kline May Realty, and I want to thank you for letting us come in this morning and see your beautiful nursery. We are with the owners of Blue Ribbon Nursery and Landscaping, and this is Chad Comer and Josh Shiflett. Tell me a little bit about the event that you're having today.
We're having our annual fall open house and harvest celebration. We've been doing this every year since we've had the garden center.
It's the 16th annual, Josh.
Well, if you want to be technical.
Fall open house and harvest celebration.
I feel like, you've been here forever as a staple of the community. So it has been 16 years?
16 years.
Wonderful. So what got you all going in this?
We were doing the landscaping thing, and we got right much business in just one season. So we thought, well, if we're going to do it, let's do it. And we bought the property here in Broadway.
You mentioned Broadway, and that's one thing that I've always admired about the business so much, is how you're embraced by the community and such a big part of the community.
I went to Broadway High School. I know Josh was from the other side of the county, I should say.
It's like our customer base is a huge extended family. That's how I feel about it, because I run into people all the time, and I'll clip off a 20-minute conversation in Food Line,
right,
talking about everything from plants to their kids to whatever. We mesh well in the community because we are easy to talk to. People come up to us all the time, ask us questions about stuff.
Also, we've tried to adapt and change the nursery through the years, because you have to keep people coming back in to see what you've done differently.
Right. My mom loves you guys. She loves coming down here and seeing everything. You all are big on really changing with the seasons.
Nobody was stacking pumpkins till we started stacking pumpkins 16 years ago. And now everybody's stacking pumpkins.
Right.
But we really do big for fall and Christmas, I think. And we get tons of people. They drive from hours away just to come here.
We've had people drive here from Manassas to buy a Christmas tree and have me tie it on the top of their vehicle to drive it back to Manassas.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff is really like, it makes me feel like we're doing something right.
Your social media presence is enormous.
Like 67,000.
On Facebook. We're also on Instagram and Twitter and all those too, which we have huge followings.
And you guys do a great job with your videos.
At heart, we're goofballs.
Yeah.
We like to laugh and we like to cut up and we like to joke. And we joke with you when you're here, and then we joke with everybody. I feel like that's kind of part of our connection to people.
You always come up and call people by name and welcome them when you see them, and you just don't get that in every business. And to me, this is just a hometown, very welcoming business, and you should be proud of what you've done because it's great for the community.
And I feel like that about every one of my landscape customers, every one of my retail customers. That's the biggest honor that I could get, is that they're willing to come here and spend money here at our establishment. That means most to me than anything.
I really want to thank you for letting us come in today and talk to you a little bit about the nursery. Thank you for what you do for your customers and the community. I can speak for myself and my family. We love coming here. We will continue coming here and supporting you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You're welcome, and thank you for your business all these years.
You're welcome.
Home buyers beware. That's Virginia's motto. So do not buy someone else's problems. Never skip the home inspection. Even if you're buying as is or FYI, for your own protection, get a home inspection from Aztec Home Inspections. We provide home buyers with thorough and informative home inspections, radon testing, and mold testing. Get protected during your home buying process. Know before you buy. Schedule online at aztechomeInsp.com.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline May Realty. Thank you for joining us for another Q&A with Kline May. Today, as always, we'll start out with a new coffee. Today, we've got something from the Green Mountain Coffee Company, and this is their Nantucket blend. That is very mild. Very mild. If that's your thing, this is a great one to start with, Green Mountain Nantucket blend. Our question today, again, something we hear a lot from our clients, is why are prices still going up? We're hearing all kinds of things about the market softening, people even talking about a crash, which is not going to happen. We've discussed that before. But people can't understand why prices are still going up. And the answer is, yes, the market's shifting, but it's not a big dramatic swing like some in the media might make things out to be. There are still three huge factors which are causing prices to rise. They all have to do with supply and demand. So the first one is, for the last 14 years, new construction overall as a nation has lagged behind historic norms. So essentially, from coming out of the last recession until now, there have been no years during that time period where as many new houses were produced as what had been the historic average. So that's number one, fewer new homes. Number two, fewer resale homes because folks are staying in their homes almost twice as long as they did, again, historically. For many, many years, decades, the historical norm was that folks moved about every 6 or 7 years on average. Now that number is 10 to 12 years. So nearly twice as long in my house means I'm going to be on the market half as often. And so we have far fewer resales on the market. And then those are both on the supply side. On the demand side, we have the millennial generation, the largest generation in our nation's history, and they are all now in their prime home buying years. So they're putting extra pressure to buy up those reduced number of homes on the market. So even though things are settling down and balancing out a bit, it's still very much a seller's market, and prices are going to continue to go up. We expect the rate of increase to drop, but right now prices are up about 10% year over year in both the Harrisonburg, Rockingham, and the Augusta markets. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, but don't expect prices to drop anytime soon. If you'd like to check out the newest listings, as always, there's a link down below which will take you to new listings in our market for the past 2 weeks. And if you've got a question for us or a coffee you'd like to share, please send that to questions@klinemay.com. Thanks for joining us.
Honey, what are you doing?
Huh? I'm guarding the house.
Yeah, I guess you forgot we have Hawk security now. You know our entire house is secured, and we get alerts when the kids come home from school, and we can finally take that vacation because we can see everything on our phones. Come on, honey, let's go to bed. Let Hawk security keep an eye on those creeps so you can get your sleep.
What's something that most people don't know about you?
Believe it or not, I was in the Screen Actors Guild.
What is that?
All the actors are part of the Screen Actors Guild. Well, I was in commercials for diabetes.
Do you have to have diabetes, be in commercials for diabetes?
I wasn't an actor, I was an actual patient, and through my journey, I actually ended up becoming part of commercials for this insulin that was really able to turn my life around and get me back to being able to do what God put me on this earth to do.
Oh, that's cool.
Caitlin, what do people don't know about you?
Right. For 9 years, I used to clog.
No.
Yes. I mean, I got like the whole hoedown outfit. Everything.
No kidding.
Yep, it's now dress-up clothes for the kids. So what got you into real estate?
When I got diabetes and things were tough, I loved going out there and teaching people and giving them information so they can take better control of their lives. And it's the same thing with real estate. I like helping and advising people making some of the biggest choices that they've ever had in their lives. I get them all the information, I give them the reality of it, and so they can actually make a good, solid decision for themselves and their families. And so it's really an extension of what I've always done, is kind of service and helping people, and I just like that.
That's awesome.
What made you get into all this?
So I had a baby, stay-at-home mom, couldn't really go back to work full-time. Kind of similar thing, I really enjoyed helping people. I used to be a financial aid counselor, so I enjoyed kind of talking through the process, making sure we chose the right packages. It's been great for the family, everyone can kind of get involved and we can kind of just enjoy hanging out with everybody.
See, that's the key part, because real estate, I mean, I'm not selling anything. All that stuff is window dressing. It's this.
Right.
And as far as the valley and stuff, what a great place to land. This is really a place to call home.
Greg, I'm so glad we officially got to meet. I've heard such great things about you, and I'm glad we can sit down and just shoot the breeze for a little bit.
No, it was great meeting you two officially. I really appreciate that. It's so good to see you.
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up. Even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Get up to $1,700 in rebates.
Thanks for watching our show today. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, we'd like to thank our sponsors, and we hope to see you next time.